Right, so we've just had a very good look at how a project life cycle would work. And if you remember, um, between each phase of the project life cycle, I will talk about the project lead or the project team going to the project board and presenting whatever was the major artifact at that time. This is an opportunity for the project board to be able to review what has been done and to be able to give some feedback and to be able to say, right, you are authorized to go to the next phase. You see, so all of that those particular times where they come into that place is what we call stage gating. And when you think about the word, it essentially means that there is a gate between one phase and another phase. Sometimes it is called checkpointing. And again, when you think about the word checkpoint, it is at that point that all that are concerned are checking in to make sure that all is well. So let's see how this works. Right, so this is what it looks like. We've got the phases, and then we'll have a stage gate between each one of those phases. Okay, so as I previously mentioned, after starting the project team would have a proposal that they would want to put forward, and they would take it to their project board, and their project board would listen to the proposal, and as the representatives for the business and being accountable and responsible for the project being delivered, they would hear the proposal and give the authorization for them to go ahead. And in some organizations, that would mean getting in touch with finance to release the funding for them to move on to the next project. And they will do that from each for as they go through the project. And when they finally come to the closing the project activity, they will then have a final meeting with their stakeholders and go through the project implementation report with them, make sure that they have dotted all their I's and crossed all their T's and agreed that with their project board, and their project board would then authorize them to close the project. And that would then be recorded with the PMO, and that's a nice, neat, and orderly close. Now, the kind of questions that tend to be asked at these different intervals, not by the project team themselves, but by the people who are responsible for the project, is this project still serving the organization's objective? Now, these are the questions that should be asked. Sometimes we don't ask them, but this is what we should be asking. How are we doing for time, scope, and cost? Remember the triangle that we were dealing with, the constraint theory. You know, are we still okay in terms of time? Are we still okay in terms of scope and cost? And you know, when a project lead is preparing for such a meeting, it's an opportunity for them to go back on what they have and really start to really assess, because as they go forward to their project board, this is an opportunity to let the project board know if any of those 3 items are, you know, not going according to plan. And this will be an opportunity for the project board to also ask, how are we doing in terms of this return on investment? Are we still on track to get this return on investment? It's an opportunity for other stakeholders for the project to also be able to come in and see what things are being done. One organization that I worked with, the project team not only had to work with members of their team to be able to bring a solution forth, but they also had to regularly interact with people from information security, with people from the technical part of the business, the IT services. They had to work with the change management group as well. So These stage gate meetings are an opportunity for all these people to come together, see what's going on, because they wouldn't necessarily be involved on a day-to-day basis, and raise any concerns that they might have at that point. Another question that tends to be a very good one is, especially when you are in a technology type environment, is this product is fantastic, but how is it going to be supported going forward? Is there going to be any support costs, for instance? Because obviously when that project team hands over to that particular department, they now become responsible for this product. So they need to know whether or not this product is going to require some support, after some maintenance, after it's been handed over to them. And if that maintenance is in the thousands, that's going to hit their budget. So that's an opportunity for the department that's going to receive this new outcome or new output to start to think about, what would be maintaining this product look like? Is there any implications? Do I need to start speaking to my own leads and getting provision for what is about to be handed to me? And this is how a stage gating activity works.